Hello everyone and welcome to another episode on the Ordinary Boy Boxing channel. Now in today's video I'm going to be talking about Joe Joyce. Obviously he just fought on Saturday against Juggernaut and lost on points. I thought that was the right decision. To be perfectly honest with you, I didn't want to see Joe Joyce back in the ring. I think Dillian Whyte would have beat him, although I don't think Dillian Whyte's anywhere near what he were. I think it's above that. I don't think Joe Joyce should be fighting. I thought this before the performance on Saturday, and after watching the performance on Saturday, it cemented that opinion. I don't want Joe Joyce to be one of the tragic cases in boxing, and I hate to say he might already be. If you see him in interviews, if you see him speaking, something's not right. And I know a lot of people saying he says himself that he's always been like that. He's always been a bit slow and the way he talks, but there's a difference. You can kind of tell, especially I've been watching boxing for years, you can tell people that have took too many hits to the head. And I don't mean this disrespectfully to Joe Joyce. I really like Joe Joyce. I think he's one of the nicer people in boxing, but it's quite upsetting to see. You know, when he's interviewed, it takes him a minute to answer the question. There's viral clips, I'm sure you've all seen of him. And the fact that he's in the heavyweight division, he notoriously, I mean, he calls himself the Juggernaut because he walks forward and takes punches. And as good as he is at having a good chin, and you can't take that away from him, it's no one should be taking that many punches to the head. Now, if what I'm seeing is the beginning of a decline in Joe Joyce's mental capacity, then we don't want to see him in a ring again taking more punches from hard hitters. And he's been in with some hard hitters and he's took some big punches. And what's the point? I'd hope that he's got enough money behind him now to have a nice life. He's not going to become the heavyweight champion. The skill he had's gone, and like I said, he just shouldn't be taking the punches to the head. He said on the post-fight interview that he doesn't want to retire. I hope he has a change of heart or he's talked out of that. Again, I'm not one of those people that after someone has a loss, they go, that's it, they should retire. But Joe Joyce, it goes beyond that. I didn't think Joe Joyce should be fighting. He should have been fighting on Saturday, sorry. But he was. I don't... Even if I think, well, who would I like to see him in there with? There's no one. I don't want to see Joe Joyce in a ring again. I don't think it's good for him. I don't think it's good for the sport. But most importantly, it's not good for him. I do not want to see him go into the ring again, get hit really hard, and, you know, you've seen boxers of the past, they're in wheelchairs, they can't walk, and some even die, and I do not want to see that for Joe Joyce. Again, I don't mean any disrespect to Joe Joyce, and I think every boxer's decision on when they retire should be their own, but there's certain cases, and I think Joe Joyce may be one of them, where it goes beyond their own choice, where, you know, there needs to be things in place. It surprises me that he's passing tests to be allowed in the ring. Do they need to be looked at? I mean, if you know in the comments, let me know what the procedure is for things like this. But surely to be medically cleared, you know, mental faculty needs to be involved in that. I'm not sure. You may be of the opinion that Joe Joyce is okay and this is just the way he is and he should fight again. I'd love to hear your comments, so do let me know in the comments below. But it's just a quick video, just my concern for Joe Joyce and how I don't think he should be fighting again. I think retire. If you want to stay in boxing, become a trainer, maybe not a commentator, but become a trainer, get involved in the sport that way. I know a lot of boxers find it hard to step away. There's been many famous cases, and unfortunately it's all too common that boxers either stay on too long or they have time out and come back. As the chair's collapsing on me. This is the British summer for you. It's nice. We still have that wind. Oh. No, it's just going to collapse on me. Brilliant. Anyway, what an end to a video that is. I'm going to keep this in because it's funny. So, yeah, as I said, let me know in the comments below what you think Joe Joyce should do. I think I'm going to do a little poll on the channel as well. I've got a feeling the majority of people are going to say retire, but you never know. Also, let me know what you thought of the fight. My quick thoughts were they're both past it, Joyce and Hrgovic. Neither are at world level. Joyce, to be fair, put on a better display than he has before. But again, it's all about with Joe Joyce how many punches he can take, and as time goes on, that's not going to get better. But anyway, let me know in the comments below what you thought. If you enjoyed this video, please give it a like. If you haven't already, then please do subscribe, and I'll see you all in the next video.